Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. I am doing a lot of live streaming today. Almost, I think, 3 hours earlier today, I want to say. Hopefully, I'll pin the message and not put poor Sam in the timeout there. I had a lot of fun. I got to admit, I got tired. Not tired of doing it, just tired in general. Merry Christmas. Now we could say Merry Christmas again. I guess that's a thing now. I should put like a little Christmas tree graphic in here. Nice to see you in here, Dana. Too bad you weren't able to make it over to Chino Hill State Park, which is, it's fine. I was actually just sitting in my car. Mark, nice to see you in here, buddy. I made exactly 100 contacts today from Chino Hill State Park, US 1139. Yes, I actually remembered that. I got an aeronautical no mobile. Somebody in Venezuela heard me. I didn't quite make sure. I think I put the call sign in the logbook correctly, but yep. Merry Christmas to you. Christmas to you. Yeah, and I have my antenna that I use for 160s off. But I am on 20 meter right now as we speak. I almost hit the close button there. I just got this T32TTT. Did I get that right? 3 T's? Is that right? Yeah. I got them almost on every band now. I look that I can possibly get them on. So this is the Christmas Island. So 10, I haven't got them on 6. I don't know if he's working at 12, 15. Oh, I haven't got them on 17 yet. Maybe I'll try for that tomorrow. I think I hear Chase in there messing with his buzzing. You there? Are you there? When I turn this off, are you there? All you are is low buzz. I cannot hear you if you're trying to talk to me. What's up, John? Nice to see you in there, dude. I know it's not too late for you quite yet, but it will be. I was on earlier today for about 3 hours. I'm considering selling off my amps and Yaesu DX10 in favor for a pair of 7610s. Why do you need 2 of them? Isn't one enough? Nice to see you in there, Jimmy. I don't hear you, Chase, if you're trying to talk, man. I hear you low and buzzy. And this is what it looks like on the meter. I do have a filter on. We're going to get with him in a second because he had some questions about. Now I got nothing on him at all. Where am I at here? So I'm on FT8, 20 meters. CQ POTA. Working on my SO2R. Nice to make the contact with you in a couple bands today, Joe. Park to park, huh? How about that? I know it's crazy, isn't it? I just wish it would reflect more in the live streams. I don't see many more people actually watching. I mean, I do. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm getting to the word I'm looking for. I want it all, and I want it right now. And I wanted 100 contacts today. I got it. In fact, let's take a deep dive in here to some of those contacts there. I apologize if I don't text you guys back because I am live streaming at the moment. I'm just getting my POTA site dialed in. I got to ask you folks some questions, especially you, Joe. So there was a guy that was like doing a forfer. Does that sound about right? He's doing a forfer. So what I did was to put him in the Hammers logbook. I put this is say he was at US 1139. I did US dash 1139 and then comma and then I space and then I did US blah 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 and then blah 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 blah. So I don't know if they went through all the way. I hope they did. Let's take a look at my activations here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to look at the logbook from it. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay. I did do them right. And the band was starting to go to bye-bye. So I was trying to get as many as I could. Everyone will be more money. We'll see. I don't know. But Joe, thank you. I remember you told me that. It stuck in my head. I'm like, oh, how am I going to do this? I got to admit, I wasn't really interested in typing all four in, but I guess peer pressure got to me. So I want to see my logbook from today. So how do I do? So my logbooks though. Yeah, I can go here, right? No. Why doesn't it say my logs? My stats? I hear something, Chase, but you're not sounding too good.
Hear me now?
Barely. We'll have to try this another time when I'm not live streaming. We got to try it before I get going here. So my hunter's log, would that be it? I don't know. No, that's only park to park. No. Is this where I go? I want to see all those my activations. Yep. Oh, I see view. I wasn't going to the right spot. Okay. I wonder if it has the park to parks in there. So let's just show 100. Reason why Chase was in here, he sent me a message about a hum eliminator. We'll take a look at that in a second. Sounds like he's got some RFI or some bad dirty ground in there somewhere. All right, so let me go back here. I don't want to do two things at once. So park to park in the blue on the left. So there's all the park to parks. This sucks that it doesn't have the other parks on there. I see Joe on there. I got 1. I got 20. I got 10. I didn't work you on 12 meters, Joe? I thought I worked you on 12 meters. I'm not sure either, man. Could be the feed going in, loose wire somewhere. Got a Japanese contact in there. I worked Matt earlier. So this not do park to park. Let's just see all the QSOs here. This is a pretty decent day here. That was a lot That was a lot of contacts. No, the other parts have not uploaded yet. No 12 meters. What's the deal with that there, Joe? You didn't hear me on 12? I got to make 12 meters great again. I should just do a dedicated live stream to making 12 meters great again. I think the next time I go up there, it seemed like it was okay. Thank you. You know what? I got tired. I got real tired. I don't know why, but I didn't feel it after a little while. I'd rather just work the pile up and the boom. Like, cause one time I worked the pile up and I looked down, I got like 20 contacts. I think I was on 15 when that happened. I think it was it this run? No, it was on 20 meters. What's up, Roy? So it wasn't too bad of a activation. I'd say 100 is pretty good. I think that might have been a little bit on a high side for me doing it, but I got over 100 there one time. Okay, where do I go? Since you guys are good at this and not me, is it my stats to see how many QSOs or how many contacts I made from that park? Is there a way to check that? I got 3 states in there. Well, 4 technically, right? So Hawaii. It was technically 1 activation, but it was 2 parks. It was a twofer. So I don't know if I could see how many contacts I made at Chino Hills Park. Is there a way to check that or no? Probably not. My hunter's log? No. I don't want to go to my account. My awards? Parks activated. Or is it even that? Is there even a thing for that? Oh, I got an award today, making 100 QSOs as a hunter during the late shift. I got that in 1 day. That's not bad. So what I'm looking here for, oh, here we go. So I made 405 contacts from that park. It's not bad. Do you a bump Chase's microphone's not working. Figure a TV guy. I don't know what a kilo is. What's a kilo? Where do you guys see that at? Hunter. Oh, kilo. I thought this was, I was just looking because making 1,000 contacts in 1 park. I could probably hit that up. Do I get an award for that? Is there like a rhino or something award for that? Do I get a draft? I don't know what they get for that. That's not bad. I'm pretty thrilled about the contacts today. So thank you all for, if I forced you guys to get on the air, I appreciate it. I did this for you folks. Well, I did it for me. I have to say, but maybe someone that wasn't going to get on the radio today got on the radio because they saw me activating the park. That was my goal. So even if I got 1 person on the air. So the other thing is I made another new aeronautical mobile today, which was I've never made a contact with him. I shot an email back and forth. We shot emails back and forth between each other. And hopefully we might see him in the chat. We never know. It's Will, I believe. Let me see if I can get tuned up here. That's not too good. The other thing is, Joe, since you're in here, I took down the, so let me take a moment back. after our little windstorm we had here, that was 65-mile-an-hour gusts here in the Chino, California area. I don't know why I'm on 17 meters, but ooh, that's who I'm looking for. That's exactly the guy I'm looking for. Holy moly. See, I just need to get him on 17. Hold on. Yeah, that's all I need to get him on 17 and 60. I can't work 60. Anyways, I my antenna would not tune up very well. And like I moved it around, I had it in the same spot I thought, and I couldn't get it to tune right. Anyways, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the 4010 on. I want to play with that a little bit, even though I can't do 160 meters with it because it's too short. I think it's 63 feet or 67 feet. The other one's 71 feet. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I went ahead and took it down. And of course, the last part I did was the part that was disconnected. So I found out, so there's where the antenna connects on top of the, oh yeah, baby. I got them on 17. That's the one reason why I was here. That's and first shot. So there's the round part there, and the antenna has like a screw on top. And it goes to the feed line that feeds the antenna wire. And that thing was like super loose, like it was moving around, which would make sense why my antenna wasn't tuning up here on the MFJ 929. But I'd already taken down most of the rest of the antenna, and I'd put up some of the other rest of the antenna, and I didn't feel like re-putting it back up. I wanted to play with the 4010 a little bit. I have it in a inverted V, very similar to the way I had the Palomar antenna, the bullet antenna, I believe. I was pretty impressed with the way I had it set up, other than the fact that, well, I guess the wind knocked it loose, I should say. So very unfortunate for that, but I'm glad I didn't cook my radio, but it was warning me that something wasn't right. And I'm on 30 meters. Come and get me, 30 meter FT8. So yeah, I was not happy about that, because I need one more contact on 160 meters to get that endorsement star for the 12 days of QRZ. So, well, it happens. New Iberia. So I believe this city right here has an airport, and that's where they convert the old airliners into shipping freight airliners. Passenger airliners to freight airliners, basically. They convert them there. New Iberia. What are you guys talking about here? I'm totally lost on this stuff. This is ham radio. Just kidding. We talk about everything here. Probably stuff we probably shouldn't talk about. I see Estonia on 30 meters. I already have the T32 triple T there on 30 meters. So obviously I won't try to work them here again. So yeah, a little bummed. Not going to be able to make that contact on 160 meters for another couple weeks, because I'm probably going to leave this on here for at least a month. And we're talking about waffles. I like the Waffle House. The first meal I broke bread with Seth, N2SPG, which he's not in here, was at the Waffle House in the Orlando area, Winter Springs Park. I always get them confused. Whatever by Orlando, north of Orlando, I think. I remember I was going to mention this morning. I don't know if I want to say the call signs or not. I got woken up, Winter Park. I think it is Winter Park. I got woken up by my scanner going off, and it was the wind system. Some guy was trying to make some, I don't think I see you there, John. Your call sign's not showing up here. What you guys see is what I see. This guy was calling out, asking for a radio check or something, see if he was connected, and the net control operator got on and said, "Hey, you're not supposed to connect to our system when you have another system connected to your system." And the guy's like, "Well, okay, let me take a look. Oh yeah, it looked like someone connected to me, and I'm sorry." And he's like, "I'm just wanted to see if I can connect to the system." And the guy comes back again, the net control operator, and then like goes in on him again about it. I was just like, "What?" And then, of course, some people started chiming in. Somebody used something with a C and sucker on it to the guy. And another guy jumped on and says, "Hey, loosen up, buddy. It's just a hobby," which was probably the best comment I heard in there in a while. And the guy went in to the guy again. So very strange. I don't get it. It really makes me not want to get on the radio when I hear people like that. It's like, come on, man. Even if I hear a bad word on the air, it's like, come on, really? You're gonna go to all the hassle to go making a, I don't know, just a little bit lame to me. That sounds like a yes. By the way, we don't have Lawrence in here. I saw him earlier in the chat on the last live stream. I could hear my wife sneezing in the background. You got Johannesburg, South Africa on 10 meters the other day on voice or FT8. That's why there's a power button. I understand. It's just irritating though. It's just like, come on, man. I want to get on there so bad and just like rip somebody for it. Like, come on. And whoever said that it's just a hobby, man, that was a great comeback. And I think he mentioned something. "Oh, you guys from California are very rude on the repeater system." Well, buddy, that's where the wind system started. So tough luck. I want to say the guy was in Arizona. And it was the last three letters of his call sign was a car. I don't know if you guys can look that up, but you might be able to figure it out. I might be on drugs right now. You never know, right? I do want to make some contacts though. I want to go somewhere. There's nobody in Sonobus right now. Unfortunately, Chase, his microphone system was not working correctly. So I'm actually going to pull up. Are you still in here, Chase? Caffeine's just a gateway drug. All right, Chase. I have no idea what this thing is. But my guess is you're paying $21 for it. Just saying. I'd be wary about what it says, and especially with this many connectors on it, because generally good connectors, 4 connectors like this, cost about $3 or $4 a piece. Actually, there's 8. And you have 8 of them in there, and you could do the math on that. John, is it radial? Radial? I forget how you spell that. Radial? Mix of some really good. You basically need a transformer. Good thing I hit the mute button. I have 5 contacts in Estonia, all 0. I remember the brand from the car. I don't know if this is the same. Well, let's see. Here's the other thing. Frequently returned item. I didn't even see this before I even started. Yes, I've actually used some of their stuff in recent times, and this is why I'm bringing it up, is because it seems to work pretty good and it's made pretty solid. But my guess is it's probably a lot more expensive than what you sent me here. So if you don't mind risking it, but it doesn't sound too good. Radial Engineering, I think it's called. See, there you go. Sam just sent me this right here. I don't think you could see this on here very well because of the light. Here we go. Anyways, this is yeah, it is pricey. I mean, this is my point here. That thing costs like $30 and it had 4 connectors or 2 in and outs. Well, try 30 meters. It's happening right now. It was. It's not now. Have I worked this guy before? No, I want to work this guy. Yeah, I mean, there's direct boxes in here and everything. Isolators. See, I don't know exactly what you might. This is what I mean, an IL-19 is probably decent. That's what I use. IL-19 probably be a little cheaper. How much would this cost here? This, you guys wonder how much this will cost? Let's take a look. Whoa. Yeah, this is what I figured. It'd probably clean your stuff up. Gotta remember when you're messing with AC and DC stuff, I get a lot of questions about how do I keep my buzz down and not getting RFI in. And let me tell you something. IL-19 probably do the same thing as that. Very similar. And you're just probably paying a little extra for the case. So I would probably go with the IL-19. And don't get them off eBay because there's some fake ones from China go out there. So going back to the noise there, well, let me tell you something. Poor Sam sat on Sonobus with me and helped me hunt down a lot of, I wouldn't say help me, but he was in there listening, hunt down some noise that I had in my ham shack here. I literally have 100 ferrite chokes, including on my headphones here, to get rid of a lot of the noise, including on my microphone here. They help with the noise. And it has dramatically, because obviously you guys hear me right now. It sounds totally clean. I can't ask for more. But it took me probably about a month to hunt down everything. I got most of the bands clean. 17's a little noisy. 160's a little noisy. But poor Sam was like, nope, I hear it. I hear something, but then I wasn't hearing it. It was strange. So anyways, having a second ear in there really helped. And I literally probably had him on here for over an hour as I was throwing these things on. And I have everything in my ham shack in front of me, which you guys seen probably for some past videos, is connected. So I put them on power cords. I put them on ins. I put them on outs. I put them on the other side of the outs. I put them on the other side of the ins. So yeah, it can definitely get a little bit time consuming, but definitely worth the trip of trying to figure out everything, because it did clean up a lot of stuff in my shack. Another one, and I don't want to go too far with this. My mixer is grounded to the AC ground, not to my RF ground. Yes. Yes, Lawrence. So no, I thought about it. I didn't think I needed to. I mean, I guess I probably could have. I think I messed with it a little bit, but I didn't feel that it made a difference. I think I did try it because there is a ground on the back. Let me take a look here. Poor Sam just lost the interwebs. SSL. There is a place to put a ground. I just can't remember where. It's on the side or something. I can't remember where. And I do have an RF choke going out of my radio too, or out of my tuner. I don't remember where I did it at. But to answer your question, right now, my mixer is not grounded. It to RF ground. It is grounded to the AC ground though. And years past, I've also lifted everything. The other thing is all my audio gear, every piece of bit of my audio gear is going through a Furman power conditioner, which yes, it made a huge difference. Having conditioned power is a huge thing to have. Gotta have it. If you're going to be hooking up a bunch of stuff, it is a must. It must. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a little bit better over one. I need a good. I have this. Well, how many amps are you looking for? First off, I know for me, I have the Alinco 330 MV, 330 MV. And I mean, it's okay. I can run 100 watts without any issue. It runs 100 watts. And it runs my 7610 and my MFJ 929, which only takes like 30 watts or something like that. I don't quote me, but not that many watts on one power supply. Don't choke your chickens, folks. Don't do it here. 25 continuous. It's more than enough. It is not a bad unit. And let me tell you something. Once again, I am telling you, I get this question. I get probably at least one email a month about how do you make it so you don't have anything buzzing in your ham shack when I have bringing all these different sources. I always say when I put that Furman in, that power conditioner, cleaned up a lot of stuff. And make sure it's all plugged in to the same back. Don't go into any power strips because it has a bunch of outputs. Don't go into any power strips because power strips make noise. They get crappy wiring on them. Go right into the Furman. There's plenty of outputs on the back of them. I wonder how 30 Charlie's doing. Think there's anybody on there right now? Oh, I was going to go here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I lost my little audio meter's not there. I must fire that thing up. There it is. Let's see if I can get it to pass audio. 1, 2, check, check, check. Left, right, center. All right, that works. Hope you guys weren't listening on headphones because that probably sounded really strange. Let's see if I can get connected to 30 Charlie. And yes, I'm still on 30 meter FT8 and I'm working N8PE from Ohio. Have I worked you before on 30 meters? No, I have not. The other thing, for you guys that are new, this microphone feeds the mixer. Here's the other thing. A lot of people think, I need to get a mixer. If you're not mixing more than two things in or out, there's no need for a mixer. Y cables are your friends. I'm basically mixing more outputs than inputs. Which Furman technically I'm mixing? The Merit series. Let me see. The model M-8L. M-8L. Furman power conditioners. I don't know if they still sell this one. Let's take a look. That does not look like the newer version. It's the LX version. This is the one I have. This is the one I have right here. This is it has 8 outputs, I think, on the back. It's connected to a second Furman, but not the same one. No. Yep. Let's see if I can pull. I want to show you the back of this thing. See, that's not. This isn't the same one. That's the same. See, this isn't the same one. That's a cheaper version. When I bought this, it was $190. Yeah, if anything, get a power conditioner, folks. When you're hooking audio stuff up, and you want listen how clean this is. You don't hear anything. Not a thing. Not a buzz, not a hum. Nice, clean audio coming right out of this mixer. I'm on 30 Charlie, folks. And I'm going to hook up and now this microphone here is going to go through this mixer, which I don't have on. Actually, I have the mixer on. I just don't have a camera on it. We use a lot of Ross Video stuff where I work. I've never heard of Ross Video. I heard a guy that named Ross that used to do video. There's my mixer there. For some of you guys have probably already seen it. Which something is not right. It's upside down. Let me transform. That's the way I want to go. Now I just need to. There we go. Wonder why that got like that. Now I wonder if when I go back to here, oh, it's not. See, it's upside down here. This is an English mixer, actually. I had it upside down for how long? I think it's when I moved it when Seth was in here. I'm gonna blame Seth on this one. Whose fault is that? It's Seth. So this is my mixer here. Just to let you know how I have this routed. I have the same microphone. No, it's not an RE27. And yes, that's what you think it says right there. I took two outputs, a splitter coming out of my Simitrex, I think it's called 528E. That's my preamp. And I have a splitter going out of it, one going into this microphone input, and this going into this microphone input here. Second one into here. The reason why I have it going into the second one here is I can EQ all I want, which right now I have it turned off because I don't usually use the EQ for DStar, which I'm going to be jumping on. And I pre-faded my aux number 2. Turn this baby up. See the pre-post button here. So if I have that pushed in, it's pre. So I don't have to have this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I turn the thing on, or the aux on, and it feeds the aux. This is aux 1 here. This is aux 2 here. Anyways, so I feed the left side of it to my 9700 and the right side of it to my 7610. So this is a stereo output. I'm just using stereo just means 2 channels. And this time, this meaning it's 2 mono channels going out. And the reason why I have it panned is to turn it down just a little bit because I don't need as much level going to my 9700. So let's see how this works. I know why I got that buzz there. Because I'm on FT8 on 30 meters. Which I'm going to stop anyways. Check. There we go. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf monitoring reflector 30 Charlie from Chino, California. Yes, I hit the button when I was showing you guys by mistake.
Wow.
Oh, wow. We got a sad ham in here. You got your interwebs working?
Yeah. Shut off for like 3 minutes.
Whose fault is that?
Well, it ain't mine. So, yes, now I have the grounding problem.
I don't hear anything on my end. That's all I care about. Poor Chase couldn't even get on tonight. You there?
Oh my gosh.
What? What's up?
All right.
You having issues?
Yeah. So when I key up with my pedal on the 991A, going through the mixer on my dual bass.
Are you going into Wi-Fi? I totally lost you there, Sam. I know it's not my internet.
It's got to be on my end because
now you're back.
I didn't have I
You're not making a trip in, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, all you are is breaking up. Restart, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna try to get on the air. Is there a W8CFS in there from maybe Tustin? This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Guess not. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, standing by monitoring on Reflector 30 Charlie from Chino, California. Sam, I guess, had to reboot there. 200 points for aviation. Yeah. I've done my fair share of flying in small planes, and I've never landed on a anything other than it was concrete or asphalt. So would love to do that. I would love to go on a seaplane, actually. That's one of my goals. I guess no. I got some lossage there on 1 Charlie or 30 Charlie, it looks like. I think I'm gonna go over. Looks like everybody's having the same problem. Let me try to go to 1 Charlie. Sometimes I'm afraid to go there. Let's John, you still on there? You want to go to XLX 344 Charlie?
Link to RES001 Charlie.
Take a listen here. All right. I can go there very, very easily. So I can unlink from here and then go to this Pi Star.
Not linked.
And then go to that Pi Star. See if this works. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf on XLX 344 Charlie. Too late. I don't have any loss there. I wonder who maintains this server.
K6EGG, K4TZN.
Hey, John, doesn't look like we have any loss here. I know the last couple times I've been on 30 Charlie and, oops, sorry about that. And 1 Charlie, I've been getting some loss. So I don't know if it's on their side or what.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well, at least you're not seeing it here. I was wondering if I was connected or not. My radio didn't repeat back to me, but I'm working on other stuff at the same time. Okay, well, it's got to be something on their end.
Yeah, sounds totally good over here. Good to hear you. It's been a little bit. He had some EQ. See, is this too much EQ there? Or does this sound a little bit better, the second thing I just did?
Try it one more time for me, if you don't mind.
This is the first setting with no EQ. This is the second setting with EQ.
I would run it without. That's just my personal preference. It's a little sharper with the EQ.
Yep, that EQ I have set for HF using the same channel output. So that makes a lot of sense. You like the X there?
Yeah, I mean, I had to sit down and listen to it to try to tell the difference, but there's enough I can tell that my ear is just a little bit, just the pitch is higher, I think, is or I don't know if it's high, the pitch is higher.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the audio meter on the 9700 here, and I can see it's kind of splatter. It's going, the waves are going sideways, so that usually means that it's overmodulated or over-deviated. I don't get that on HF, mainly because it's looking for that more so than what we are here on digital.
What's up, Peter? Nice to see you in there. Lawrence, we were talking about you earlier. All bad things, of course.
Yeah, I haven't messed over here in a while. I'm glad it's still up and running. I haven't logged into the server and checked the server lately, so I'm glad it's still running smooth.
Yeah, we've been. I've been on here every so often. Not too much, but I want to try to keep it alive. It's a good place to go. I don't have to worry about someone jumping down my throat about something stupid, like have being linked to something.
Yeah, and we're sitting here begging people to get into the hobby, and then we chase them off.
You know, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, what are you doing? And the guy was like trying to explain himself. One of these days, I just got to have like a recorder by my bed, and because I was listening to my scanner in my bed, because I have it next to on my nightstand next to the bed, and I got to like record it because it's just a conversation I hear sometimes. It's just the people like, and then he gets out, the other person gets off the air, and then silence for the next half hour. Not a thing. So it's like, I don't get it. I want to have people talking, man.
Yeah, isn't that something? Hey, this blow by past 25K.
Yeah. Well, and I can see sometimes when you get a lot of people, hotspot activity is great, but if you get two guys just, rag chewing for hours on end on a hotspot and not realizing what are their infrastructure they're tying up, I can see that too as a repeater owner and trustee and stuff. But again, people got to talk, and otherwise, if they're not talking, then nobody's going to listen. And then if nobody's listening and nobody's talking, then it dies. Anyway, I'm kind of running in circles there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the other thing I think I don't know if you've been around when I mentioned this. There's a repeater that does a local net between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning every morning here, and sometimes they'll get in a good conversation the last 15 minutes where a lot of people are going back and forth and asking questions, and a net control operator gets on. Oh, we got to end the net. We got to return the frequency back to normal ham radio use now. We got to do it. And I'm like, what are you thinking? And then everybody gets off, and that's all that's said. And the repeater never gets heard from again until the next morning. It's just wild.
Anything goes here. Oh, almost anything.
We've got a lot of that here too, but nothing to that extreme. But people check in net time, and then you don't hear them anymore throughout the week. So it's kind of sad. But I've added Echolink, I've added Allstar, I've tried to add all these other things that would get people interested. And still, it's
Merry Christmas.
I've brought a couple other people, but it's still quiet.
It's wild, isn't it? Because of one Tesla video, and I did mention ham radio.
Well, I try to avoid that. I always try to have a good time, and I talk on some local repeaters, mainly the Papa system, and they're pretty cool about. As long as you don't go crazy, you can pretty much do whatever, I guess. I don't know if whatever is a good term, but they're very accommodating for different levels of conversation. And as long as you don't go for like an hour or two or something like that, they don't really care. People chime in and maybe call for somebody to go to another repeater. That's just about it, which is I kind of like. Pretty loose. There's a lot of nets though at night though.
Every night, got a net. God, my head hurts.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I know there's like Do Drop In, which is really busy, and that's a bunch of link stuff as well. I've got a couple of friends that listen to that a lot during the day. He's a retired police officer, and he thoroughly enjoys hearing the activity. But yeah, I mean, if you get a good repeater and it can handle it, it's designed for 100% duty cycle. That's great. Unfortunately, some of the ham stuff isn't designed for that. But if you go ahead and buy a nice amplifier and run the power lower on the repeater, it should do fine.
And I gotta ask you there too. Do you know of any like repeater systems that, at least that connect to Allstar, that like pretty much go 24/7? because I really like to listen to stuff before I go to bed. The last thing I listened to is like it's a 220 repeater, I think out of Chicago. I think it's a 4-digit repeater. I'm trying to think of the name of it, and that's pretty much it. And it shuts off. I don't really hear much past midnight, which kind of sucks because I like to hear the chatter kind of. And some nights I get off at midnight and I can't go to. By the time I get home and get to sleep, it's like 2, and I can't fall asleep. So I kind of like to listen to something, you know. Do you know of anything like that, or are you probably well past your bedtime at that point?
Well, we've got a system here called the Carolina 440 system, but I don't think there's a lot of activity past midnight, in all honesty. And I've just started tinkering with Allstar within the last year, and I've gotten a little more involved with it, building a cloud node, a couple other things, a DV switch. But no, I haven't experimented enough with it to tell you. That's the only one I really know of that's local here to us.
And you're in Eastern time zone, so that would be what 9 o'clock my time when stuff starts to die out. So yeah, so I don't know, man. I just wish there was more activity. I sometimes will on my way home I'll just kind of throw my call sign out on a couple different repeaters, and sometimes crickets. Sometimes I get some people just doing a radio check, and that's pretty much it. But I just wish there was a little more activity in the late night. I don't know. I just like to hear voices at night, I guess, before I fall asleep. I don't know. It may sound a little weird to you, but there used to be a couple repeaters here in Southern California. One of them on Santiago. No, it's not 435, which a lot of folks have heard of. But there was one on Santiago where there's a couple folks that they'd go almost all night. And it's not necessarily always the same guys, but it's the same group of people. And then, unfortunately, I heard a couple of them pass away. But yeah, just not much activity. I'm a little bit bummed. It seems like the activity in the repeaters here locally have shaved off a little bit.
Nah, they don't go all night though. 435 isn't what it used to be.
Speaking of, I think I mentioned it, do drop in. If you looked up do drop in on Allstar, and I don't know if there's a lot of activity at night, but I know there's like a net seems like every hour on that link system. And I think it's also on DMR. They've got to hook into it as well, but I could be wrong. But I know it's on Echo Link as well.
Do you know the what would it be, group number or whatever it is
For Allstar?
Yes.
Hang on, let me look it up. Well, simple Google search is not bringing up. It's bringing up a bunch of NBA All-Star stuff. So hang on, I got to dig a little deeper.
I was just gonna say that, dude. That and what was the other thing? Salmon Star DI series. That's the other thing. Tactical something or other.
Yeah, here's like a do drop in Martinsville Highway in Danville, Virginia. So I mean, we can go to that.
Is I don't understand, what is do? Is it DU or DUE drop in? What does that mean?
Okay. Yeah, here it is. It's dodropin.info. DODROPIN.info. INFO.
I don't know if you're watching still. Looks like there's an Allstar link. Is this the one?
There's one in Canada, Newfoundland, a couple of those.
Can you throw that link in the chat, maybe. I don't know if I have the same one. I think I typed in dropin.info.
Yeah, that's it. I'm watching on the stream. Keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. No, you're going up. So there's a delay there. Sorry.
Oh, it's an Echo Link too.
Yep. Yeah, they've got 2 Echo Link servers, a secondary backup, a couple of Allstar links, and an RLP node. And I think there's a hook in DMR too, if I remember correctly. But I think it's on like the TGIF network.
Let me connect via Allstar link, the 4491 or 491. Sorry.
Yeah, I know it stays pretty busy. I tried connecting the repeater here, and my link radio was like hot as a firecracker.
Unfortunately, I can't monitor because I'm talking to you on here. But I'll actually, I don't have my other scanner with me here, so I can't listen to it. But it definitely looks like it's active right now. So I appreciate that. That will be something I can maybe listen to. And it looks like there's a schedule of net. So maybe there's something in the middle of the night here, which I see something at 9 o'clock, or I should say midnight, your time. So maybe something will pop in here.
Yeah, if you want to hop off and go check that out real quick, I'll hang tight for a little bit. I'm on vacation, so I'm enjoying it.
No, it's okay. I have plenty of time later. But there's, I don't know if it looks like there's something that goes on all night. It doesn't look like it. Looks like just the midnight net. And somebody said there's something from Canada in there. Let me take a look here.
Yes, sir, Lawrence, you are correct.
Well, John, I appreciate the info. Maybe I can have something else I can listen to, because I've never seen that Allstar node pop up. It doesn't seem like, so I go to there's an activity page that I'll bring up here on the screen that will show me what is active currently on the Allstar network, but it doesn't like list everything.
I have heard that one before.
Yeah, I think there's a beta page now, which is a little more accurate. I could be wrong.
I don't know if this is the one I have in here, but this is the one I've been kind of watching.
Yeah, I think that looks right.
And looks like Brooks there. Yeah, I have listened to that. I want to say that was part of this. I want to say that that N2GE repeater, I think that was close to where that hurricane hit, if I'm correct. By the way, I didn't mean to say that on the air. Sorry.
Oh, I definitely with you. Say again.
I accidentally keyed up when I said that. My bad.
Okay, are you talking about the repeater out there in Western North Carolina, the Mount Mitchell machine? Is that right?
QSO.
Yeah, that looks right. 145.19. That's it.
Was that the same repeater that was kind of helping with relaying stuff, where people got stuck with no power, no communication?
Yep, that's the one. They utilize the Mount Mitchell machine. I mean, it's like on the highest peak in North Carolina, and so it reaches most of North Carolina. I think almost to Raleigh, maybe a little bit west of Raleigh, but a base station from Raleigh can hit it, and then it goes up into Virginia and Tennessee and South Carolina. So it covers, multiple states. And yeah, it worked really good. From what I understand, somebody told me the other day that they're actually going to put a GMRS repeater up there now because of this. For people that don't have their ham license, that could have another way to communicate out.
That's a good idea. I also heard, at least as far as a lot of people in that area, they had Starlink, and they're basically using that as a sat phone. And some people didn't have, had some backup power, so they were able to power up their dishes and still be able to communicate. Thankfully, I want to say somebody was watching on my live stream one of the nights. He was stuck out there with no power, but he was still was able to get on YouTube thanks to Starlink. So I have my Starlink Mini here as a backup, and I used it this afternoon when I did my live stream up at Chino Hill State Park, when it seemed to be a little bit more stable than it had been in the past as far as not breaking up.
I saw it break a couple
Yeah, well,
times.
we use it at work as a secondary internet circuit, and it works really well. I've actually ran our entire facility for 18 hours off of it, so it's a great asset to have. And I think he dropped a bunch of them out there, and everybody in the affected area, I think, has got free internet till the 31st of this month, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. And I want to say, starting in February, SpaceX is launching the Gen 3 satellites. They're supposed to be like 100 miles lower. I don't know. And it was supposed to be improve the ping reliability, and ping speed's supposed to drop by about 40%. I don't know if you've ever heard anything about that.
I think that was something he was working on and looking for it to be less than 20 milliseconds. And I've got a friend that's got one at his house, and he's getting like 22 to 24 right now. And at nighttime, he'll get about 300 down, and during the day, he's in the 200s.
That's not bad. When I was in the park today, probably 10 minutes after I turned it on, and the reason why I say that, because it seems to connect better the longer it's connected to the system. So I don't think it grabbed all the satellites or whatever. It didn't know its orientation. Anyways, I was getting about 43 millisecond ping time, and then about 3 hours after I got, had been connected to it, I was in the high 20s when I went to go shut it off. It's pretty darn impressive for a little tiny little dish about the size of my laptop. I could tell you that much.
Yeah, those minis are a game changer, and it makes it a lot easier. We've still got the bigger dishes, but that's for commercial. But I mean, I've got some out in the central part of the United States, and played a couple other places too, and they work.
Oh yeah, my neighbors will be knocking on my door when we have our earthquake here in Southern California. I need to get a hold of somebody. I'll just pop that thing out and be able to, hopefully, as long as I can connect to a gateway somewhere, well, I should be able to make a phone call, or at least send a signal out somewhere, a text or something. So it's going to be pretty useful. I can't wait till they get that newer system up. I think when they start using the what's that thing called? The bigger satellite, the thing they're testing out in Texas, Brownsville, Texas, wherever hell. Once they get that rocket going, I guess they can launch like 300 Starlink satellites from one of those big giant whatever rocket ships they have there, Star something or other, Starship.
Thank you, Ryan. Nice to see you in there.
The Starliner.
No, I believe it's called Starship. The Starship, the big giant rocket that they launch out of Texas. It's supposed to carry a couple hundred satellites in it.
I can't say online, but
Yep,
I have made
right.
contact with him.
Got my terminology mixed up. Yeah, you're right. Well, I didn't heard 300, so that's news. That would be awesome. It's just going to grow. There's, I think, isn't Bezos trying to put something up, or has he given up on his?
I'm not sure if he's putting up satellites. I know somebody in Europe is, and they're bragging and saying they're gonna have 300 satellites up in like 5 years, which is Elon did that in a year. I think I want to say he did that in about 6 months. But I mean, he's well ahead of the game, and I had some people from work get Starlink because they like to do their off-roading out in the desert, because they always like to, they want to stay out there for a couple of days, but they get disconnected because a lot of the places they go, El Mirage and stuff like that, they don't have any cell service. But they got Starlink and they're like, oh yeah, we're just sitting there watching a movie like we're sitting at home. He's like, that's amazing.
Out in Central Texas with Starlink as a daily driver.
Wi-Fi calling. You got a GPS signal and somebody knows where you're at.
Is that where you're at, Brooks?
In fact, it looks like we have somebody watching right now that's using Starlink. So, hey, how about that? Next time I do, I'm at Chino Hill State Park. I'm going to connect my Openspot to it, and maybe try to make some contacts there in DStar and see how that works out. I don't think I've used it for connected my hotspot to it. It should be able to work.
If you can stream a movie, you can run a hotspot. No comparison in the bandwidth.
Hello, our Starlink viewer tonight. The photo I did earlier was all Starlink.
Well, I'll take a second here, and I know we've been yik-yakking. It looks like there's other people in my dashboard there. It looks like Bill and that Mark in there.
Which dish do you have?
Roger, how you doing, Greg?
I have the mini dish.
Nice to see you in there, Mark.
Yes, sir. Figured I'd come over there and go to use Dozy and connect through and get on that reflector 344C.
Seems to be working really good tonight. No doubt about it. No packet loss at all.
Sound real good, coming in strong.
Is that the one that moves? Like it has like an access to it? I'm sorry for the that seems I know it looks stupid. You know what I meant.
Was there a bill in there? WB3CQK? God, man, that's a tongue twister there.
Yeah, Bill, WB3CQK. Well, it's even worse on CW. That CQK at the end confuses the hell out of folks. It's probably one of the reasons I don't run CW.
Let me tell you something, man. I have trouble saying my own call sign, so, but I get it, man. All good. It's nice to hear you in here. I didn't want to leave you like we were trying to ignore you there. I just saw you pop in the dashboard there. I was yik-yakking there with John, just talking Starlink stuff. I love that SpaceX stuff and all that new stuff that's coming out. Man, I would have never thought when I was a kid that I'd be able to connect to a satellite with something so small. I remember watching my neighbor's big giant C-band dish try to track the arc there, and they would go to change channels. It would fall, it would go to another satellite or had another group of transponders on it. And now with this big old, this little tiny little dish compared to that little thing, man, it's amazing.
Yes, but
yeah, I've been toying with the idea of a Starlink. I want to put it in my pickup truck and use it for my Arden mesh backup and use it to maybe do a tunnel where I can't get an RF connection. Yeah, I'm kind of enamored with it as well. I've been down to the Wallop, Virginia NASA station and watched some of the launches down there, and yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough. I live about, I don't know, 110 miles, something like that, straight line to Vandenberg. I'm able to see quite a few launches, although it's been quiet the last 2 months. But this summer, we had one every 3 weeks pop up. So pretty amazing stuff. Can't wait till they get that new set of satellites in there, hopefully in a year or so. We'll have even faster internet. I know he wants to rival, I'm referring to Elon Musk and SpaceX. They want to rival some of the fiber optic connections, with having a 10, 20 minute, 10 or so millisecond ping time is very close to what I have. I have about a 2 and I have really good fiber, and I'm connected to the gateway in downtown LA about 30 or 40 miles, actually about 40 miles away. So I'm pretty lucky I have really good internet here, and folks anywhere in the world to have that same internet, I think that's a blessing in disguise, and I think it will help us as a planet connect a lot better.
Oh boy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really kind of I'm just waiting just a little bit longer to see what they offer as far as pricing. Maybe changes a little bit. They already dropped the equipment charges a bit, and once they get the lower or a little bit lower orbit and a better response time on the latency on the signal, that would be great. We tried implementing remote satellite for some folks out in the boondocks back in the 90s for work, and it was just too slow. Some of the applications just couldn't deal with it.
Burn, baby, burn.
With Starlink, it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully, the satellites don't start bumping into each other. WB3CQK.
And real quick to your point, I saw something for a short time. So I have the mini roam plan, which is $50 a month. I get 50 gigs of data each direction. I should say together. And they had it for when I was going to activate it for $30 a month. They had a special on it, and when I went to activate it a couple days later, gone went that and went back to the $50. Or sorry, it was for $30, and gone went that and went back to the $50. But I think the dish for the mini was $5.99, and now it's in like $4.29. But I think it may have went back up. But I would just when you see something available like that again with anything under like $400, I would definitely go ahead and grab that. And also the version 3 or generation 3, I think is under $400, and they have now a DC brick for it that you can plug into your cigarette lighter adapter, so you don't need to. It will connect similar to the way the Starlink Mini does. Although the Starlink Mini has a router built into the dish, I think the Gen 3 you have a separate router, and it's a PoE from the router to the dish. So it's a little bit different of a setup, but you'll definitely have fun with that regardless. And it's an amazing piece of technology.
Right? Did you you didn't get to play with that there, Seth?
Yeah, the Starlink Mini solves a problem for me. I've got a GMC Canyon with a built-in cell access point, but the coverage is not as good as it could be. It's AT&T, it's 4G, and occasionally there's a couple of areas where I go that I just can't get the cell coverage. And then if I have the Starlink Mini in the truck, I can put an extra battery on it and run it when the car's off, which I can't do with the cell access point in the truck without some major hacking to the car itself, and I don't want to do that yet.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, for my for the Starlink Mini I have, it will run. I think I will top out at like 60 watts. I have a Anchor power brick that'll. I tested it. It ran it for about 4.5 hours, and I had it. It just had my computer in the background, kind of downloading stuff from Netflix and stuff. But it did very well. for about 4.5 hours with it. With the, as far as I could tell, it didn't really break up too much. I wasn't monitoring it so much, but I was pretty impressed. But you can power those minis with a power brick, and you can get a number of hours out of it. 4 hours is more than enough.
There you go. It actually went up a little bit. I think it was.
Yeah, 4 hours would be good. I was also thinking about just permanently mounting a small solar panel on the roof to maybe give it a little assist. Although right now, given the weather conditions here in PA where I'm at, what was it? It was probably about 19 degrees outside and a little chilly. And not a lot of sun today, so that might not have been the best solar day. Plus, the lithium batteries don't do well in the cold, but still an interesting project and something to play with. WV3CQK.
Oh man, you don't even want to know how beautiful it was when I did a POTA at Chino Hill State Park earlier. It was like 81 degrees, very, very light wind. Little bit of a haze, so it was kind of like, it was just perfect. It was like 45% humidity, just a perfect day. It felt like a spring day almost today. Of course, it's in the low 50s now, but it was beautiful this afternoon. I should have been outside instead of sitting in my car, but yeah, man, I feel for you folks out there. Have to deal with the cold weather because I don't like it. I want nothing to do with it. I'm a summer guy.
I grew up in Pennsylvania, lived here all my life. My brother's in San Antonio. I was talking to him earlier. He's glad he's in San Antonio. 50 degrees would have been great, but we also got a couple of inches of snow last night, which made it even a little bit more nasty outside. I guess it's perfect antenna weather. I need to put an antenna up, but no, there's some ice on the roof, so I think I'll hold off for a little bit on that one. But no, it's yeah, the weather's a bit of an issue. I would prefer a warmer climate, but thought about it when I retired, but too many folks up this way that we need to keep in touch with, and my wife doesn't want to move away from the grandkids. So we're kind of stuck.
I totally understand. Thanks for jumping in, saying hi. Welcome to the net. I don't know if you want to call the net. It's just people chatting. So good to hear you out here, Bill. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf on XLX344. Almost said Bravo, Charlie.
Wow. Starlink
Roger.
is so cheap. It won't activate in North America.
Hopefully everybody has a good evening. I'm going to jump out of here too. I got to go play with some stuff.
What fee are you referring to?
Might be back. I'll probably be listening in the background. 7-3, everybody.
No, thank you.
WV3CQK.
I have worked in Winnipeg. We call it Winterpeg in our business because it's like, it's the definition of winter. I think it's like Winnipeg is north of Minnesota there in Canada. So Starlink gear is stupid cheap, won't activate in North America without extortion. What fee? I didn't get a fee here, but I know what one of the problems is people think it's like super cool. Even though they have fiber available at their house and they have cable modem available at their house, they still get the Starlink and it kind of clogs up things. I know a lot of folks in San Diego are doing that, and it's like impossible to get a Starlink, even a mini over there. So I don't know what the deal is with that, to be honest with you. Very unfortunate. Seth, what's going on, dude?
Not much.
You got a speeding ticket today? Going to a POTA site?
No, that was like a decade ago.
Oh.
He's talking about Wallops Island, Virginia, and I was like, oh, I got a speeding ticket there about 10 years ago.
You didn't hear me on your POTA today?
Nope, I didn't POTA.
Ooh, I need to I'm gonna reset you.
I think
Sorry. I cut you off. Hold on. Let it reset. I didn't realize you were in here for a couple minutes. Go ahead. Give it a shot now.
Give it a college try.
Yep. If you
know what college is?
A what?
Never mind.
If you buy a cheap Starlink in South America, you can pick one up for $200 if you want an activation in US. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I understand.
So they kind of give they kind of charge you the difference, kind of.
Well, that stuff is mainly for the people that are in rural areas, or like I said, I know people I'm not naming names, but I know people that got a Starlink because they thought it was cool. But you got cable at your house. You don't need it at your house. Unless you have shitty internet at your house, you don't need it. And most of the people that live in a cookie cutter house like I have, you have something. I have 2 different fiber companies I can use now, I think I heard.
Interesting.
I'll stick with the Frontier. They're changing over to Verizon, I think.
Back to Verizon. Huh?
Back to Verizon. I don't know if that would be good or bad. Because that transition into Frontier was not pretty.
I was going to say as well, what's the latency between you and I going to be? We're pretty good right now.
I don't think you can get much better than that.
Well, if we're on the same network, we might.
Well, I think they just stand us off to...
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I got to do this one more time if I can find it.
So from what I understand, the way I am connected to, I don't know about you, at least the Frontier fella, that was very techie and very geeky about the fiber optic setup that Frontier has. I connect... Now, they used to like modulate the signals together. I don't understand all that part of it. They used to sum them together. Anyways, I have a direct fiber link to the central office in Pomona. The guy on the other end, I think I've mentioned this before, shined the light in Pomona to my house.
Oh. Huh.
Which is about 5 miles away, maybe a little bit less. Anyways, I go through their little switching crap there, whatever that is, and I connect to One Wilshire in downtown Los Angeles, which is a gateway in like the main gateway for the West Coast. All the stuff from Japan connects into there. All the stuff the East Coast connects into there. So I'm pretty lucky as far as that used to be it used to be a long lines hub. That's how it got its start. So as far as I know, that's how I have a pretty decent connection. I do a speed test here. Which I'll pop in here in just a second here, although it'll give out my IP address, of course, but I'll do a speed test here. 2 millisecond ping time. And keep in mind, I'm uploading right now too, and I'm downloading video because I have a confidence monitor. I have some pretty decent internet here. I'm pretty happy with this setup. I am uploading, I think, 12 megs right now for my 1080p stream. That is, I would say you can't get much better than that at a house.
You can get Verizon offers 2 gigs.
Do you really need 2 gigs though?
No, I don't get.
Well, the reason why I say connection is the ping time is actually, if you get I would take a 250 meg download with a 2 millisecond ping time over a gig and 30 millisecond ping time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, most likely. I had, but I also the upload matters too on home, compared to cable. And
I had cable modem here for a short time, and I was not impressed with the 5 meg up. It sucked. That's actually how I first started. My first live streams were on cable modem, and then I switched over to
fiber.
Fiber, yeah. And by the way, I'm still monitoring 344 Charlie. So if anybody wants to jump in there,
wait, Peter, wait, Peter, you're not that far from me.
You could take it for a second. I'm going to use the restroom. How about that?
You're not.
Yes, I am.
Again? Oh God,
it's my first time tonight.
God help us, Peter. You're not that far from me, so I'm like, you can't get Verizon Fios where you're at. Interesting. All right, guys. The wrong answers only. Where's Greg going? No. And where's Sam, Mr. KM4EO? I know. It's his Issues with his shack.
What, you didn't say anything? You had the whole con to yourself.
I said a lot of things.
What about, are you gonna start a GoFundMe for diapers?
No, man.
That, oh, I hit the wrong one. No, I'm good.
Okay, so for some reason I thought, Peter, I thought you were not that far from me. You're a little further than me than I thought. He's about 5 hours away from me by car.
That's like Northern California for me.
Yeah, well, he's upstate New York. And no doubt upstate New York.
So that's Connecticut? No, wait, no. I'm thinking, no, I'm sorry. You're in the New Jersey part of...
He would call me downstate New York.
Downstate? Wow.
Hey, Dana.
Dana, what's going on? By the way...
What are you using for power when you go out and operate POTA?
Bio-NO battery?
I'm using a Bio-NO battery. Let me go back to this screen. I'm using a Bio-NO battery.
Okay. I know some of our contractors are using Jackeries. I don't know if you looked at those or not. I think they do AC and also will do DC as well. But they've also got solar panels that you can put out and charge it as well.
You know, I was thinking about doing one of those, but I really don't want to like bring a bunch of stuff out with me, and I don't really need one. I actually have two of the same batteries. I'm trying to pull those up online. I could show you on the screen.
Joe, what was that? You said redo the 100 amp hours for 70 watts, Jackery 300 when running 50? Is that how much it'll put out? But I know there's different sizes, right?
Were you talking to me, John?
Oh, Joe posted something in the chat, and I was asking him a question about. I thought there were different size Jackeries that you can get. You can get bigger Jackery, but I see you're showing the batteries now.
Yeah, I think this is the battery I have here. I think I have two of these. One for my 5100, which is way overkill, and then this one here.
They're lithium polymer batteries.
Phosphate.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, those are super light.
They do the job. I mean, I was running 100 watts for like 3 hours straight, and it didn't even touch the battery. So I'm pretty impressed by that. I got to remember to charge that baby up.
Yeah, I grabbed one at Batteries Plus, and it was the size of a car battery. I literally could pick it up with 2 fingers. It was crazy.
What's up, human SDR? Nice to see you in there tonight. I'm like, what, almost 5 hours of live streaming in right now? Have I picked my nose yet on camera?
Tonight or ever?
Yeah, I like using these. I made what do they call them? Anderson power pole connection on my 9700. Pardon me, my 5100 and my FT8 91. So I got a quick disconnect.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done. I haven't switched everything over to power poles yet. I've bought a couple radios from folks, and they've got them, but I don't know. I just haven't done it. I guess I need to bite the bullet at some point in time.
It for me, it's just so much cleaner. Just unplug it, and I'm off charging it. Very easy. Sometimes if I just don't want to carry the extra weight around in my car, which I have an electric car and all the weight, and I have a bunch of stuff in my car, I actually notice a little bit of a difference. I take out pretty much everything in my car if I'm going to go on a road trip or something like that. But for the most part, yeah, easy in and out. I have no complaints about the setup that I have with the 891 and the ATOS. Although my ATOS would not, for my POTA today, would not tie or tune up on 17. I tried to do that real quick before I left to figure out what's going on with that.
What the heck? I'm not being heard here.
And you're running that off the car? Do you have any like extra radios for the bands that you're using off of the antenna, or just using it attached to the car? And I didn't watch your live stream earlier today, so that's why I'm asking all these questions.
No, don't be afraid to ask. No, so just before I get into how I have my setup, I experimented around with running a mag mount on the ATOS, which the physical ATOS would work with it, but it did not like the ground on it. And some people say I need a ground, some people don't. I say I don't. And then I got a K400 mount, and I tied it onto the lip of my trunk, and I could tune up on pretty much every band, except for 17 for some reason. I don't know why. With a 1.5 to or less. So I have no radio antennas coming out of it at all.
You can get another a longer whip for it,
and putting them on some of the tripods, and then created wires, ground radials. Thank you. I couldn't spit the word out, coming out, and use them that way for multiple bands, and had really good luck with them.
You know, I actually experimented around my backyard before I started doing the POTA thing. With that, I could not get a setup that was satisfactory to me, although I think part of the problem was I wasn't using the right cable and my house was in the way, so I had a bad takeoff angle. So I might experiment it around with it again. But for me, I'm a pretty busy guy. I just want to drive in there, put the antenna on, and drive out and get her done. I don't want to mess unfortunately, I don't have enough time to mess around. I'm going to try to do another POTA on the 30th, I think, weather permitting, and hopefully get some more contacts in there. Maybe I told myself I wanted to get on 40 today, and I spaced it and get on it. So I wanted to make at least one contact on 40, and I did not. That bummed me out.
Yeah, I understand getting in and getting out. So, I mean, yeah, you don't want to spend an hour setting up to operate for an hour or less, depending on how much time you got.
Do you do that there, Dustin? Send me a link to a whip there. Maybe I could try that out. I don't know. I gotta remember how to put on another. I think I had to put it together, if I recall, when I got it.
All right, John, I think I'm going to get out of here. I've been yik-yakking too much on your server here. Even though nobody really talks on here, so that's probably not a big deal. But I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit here, and I want to play some radio tomorrow, so I want to save a little bit. But I appreciate the use of the reflector here, XLX344 Charlie, and it's always good to hear you out here. And hopefully you got some time off. We can play some radio.
Oh yeah, sounds little EGG reflector. So yeah, I'm off till the 2nd, so I'm gonna try to play a ham radio as much as I can. Appreciate it. Have a good night. K4TZN.
Copy that. I wish I was on vacation myself, but this is actually pretty busy time for me. I'm working Monday, and I have Tuesday, Wednesday off. I think that's Christmas Eve and Christmas, and then I work right after that for a couple days here and there, including New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which I'm not a New Year's guy, so I don't really mind. I'll take the extra cash this year we get full time and a half for all day on New Year's Eve, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, you take care, John. KE4TZN 73. Also, Mark, if you're still listening, KI5CYA, and Bill, and I hope I get this right, KB3 CQK out there in Pennsylvania. All three of you folks. 73. I'll still be live streaming here for a little bit.
Oh, starting to cramp up here. Sorry, my leg was cramping up. It's not a good feeling. It's like you can't get out of your skin there. So, okay. So this whip thing here, I didn't know anything about this. So do you know anything about this whip, Seth? You see
I missed the whole story.
So the human SDR here, that's what we refer to Dustin there, KF0IDT. And Joe was mentioning a 17 feet whip. Are you kidding me? No.
That sounds about right. For what though?
How am I going to put that on my car? I'm definitely not driving with that thing. Would that be too much weight?
No, it's just you ever see the Hangover movies?
Yes. One of them.
Okay.
First one, I think. Oh, I watched the second one too.
Or the third one.
Not the third one.
I think the very beginning where the giraffe where they decapitate the giraffe.
Poor giraffe. I like giraffes.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. Well, it's also like me where here the roads are, I don't drive with the ATOS because I don't trust the heights in New York. But what made you guys say you needed a whip? What started this?
To get a better match.
Oh, on the ATOS? Then the ATOS, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Which one do you have, Dustin? Search that. So that's the one. That's the one.
But 66 inches isn't 17 feet.
It'll fit right in. It's the same diameter and everything. The other thing I just realized. So I have a, let me pull this up. I have a wish list and I didn't realize it was public.
Oh.
So I don't put anything bad in there first off, because I don't look at anything bad online. Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of dying and someone looking at my history going, what's he looking at? Anyways, I had some stuff that I kind of just saved for like, oh, I might want to get this later. And my wife ordered some of my Christmas gifts off of it. I'm like, that stuff I'm just kind of having there maybe to get.
So hold on a second.
What's up, Earl?
Here. So Sean, you're saying you changed out the ATOS.
Dustin.
Why did I say Sean? Oh, wrong person. Dustin changed out the ATOS whip with the 66 one from Wilson Antennas, and you used that with the ATOS instead. Is that what I read from him?
Is it the same diameter, like to fit in a hole?
I mean, for $33, that's not a big deal. It's just you have to, you can't drive.
I didn't know this. Why didn't anybody tell me about this, Cam? I'm telling you, you got to change that picture to him smoking a heater.
God.
Oh, Dustin's coming in and I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either.
Let me have to bring him in on
Discord.
Yeah.
Name Discord. Come on.
Can he do Discord? We can set up Discord here.
Yeah. You can see this channel, I think, right?
That's actually a good question. Can he?
Let me see. If not, I'll
yeah.
He's trusted.
Yeah, he's trusted.
Where is he? Oh, no, he cannot. We will fix that
Haley.
now.
And when you're doing that, I got Haley in here. What's going on, Haley? Do we all cozy downstairs? Yeah?
Milo went on.
Milo went on you, huh? Okay, hold on just a second here. I'm bringing down. Go ahead, jump in. Seth, jump in Discord. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me here.
What?
You got me here?
I'm on Discord.
All right. Human SDR?
Says he's in.
Oh, boy, he's loud. He already has a loud voice.
Wow.
Hold on, Haley. I'm sorry. I'm right in the middle of something here. What's up? What do you want to tell me? Not right now. Maybe after, but I'm going to be on for a little bit, okay? You want to give me a hug? We're going to go to the park tomorrow, maybe? The weather's okay?
The Poda Park?
No. It is wiggling. Maybe a tooth will come out tomorrow. What? Okay. All right. I'm gonna get to this here. All right. I'm gonna talk here. I love you. All right. Sorry, guys.
You're not sorry.
Okay.
You're not.
Why is this so loud?
All right, Dustin. So
what's the story with this dude?
Okay, yeah. Am I still pretty loud?
Yeah, I can adjust you here. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
All right. I was trying to adjust it on the mic here. So yeah, I put the 66-inch whip in there, and it tremendously improved it. But it's just like anything. If you put a longer whip on top of a loaded coil, you're going to get better results out of it. So I had the 66-inch whip. I was reading some things online about it and decided to do it, and I had it here anyway, so I stuck it in there, and I haven't turned back. It rides on top of the car no matter where we go. It is a little tall. It does hit like the trees and stuff, but I drive right down the road with it.
So it's the same diameter, everything. It'll fit right in.
Yeah. I had the one I already had it ground the end of it. I had to grind it down for another antenna mount that I was using it for, so it was already ground down. So I think I don't know what the one that you have up on the Amazon there. I don't know what the diameter of that end is, but it doesn't take much to grind it down. And yeah, you take the 2 screws out of the ATOS and slide that in, and put your boot on this, and put the screws back in and slide that boot back down.
Yeah, I think you screw the boot off, right? And then it pops out.
Yeah.
If I remember.
Yeah,
okay.
it's just a rubber. Yeah, it's just like a rubber grommet that you just pull off.
That's the thing I put the sticker on, if I recall. The ATOS sticker, I think, came with it. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything to grind this down with.
I didn't put my ATOS sticker on because I didn't want anybody to Google what it was and then rip it off my car.
That's a good idea. Well, I don't really drive with mine, so I just wondered how I'd grind this down.
I actually put a high voltage on it, high voltage sticker.
That's a good idea. So it needed to be ground down?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to look at on that. It doesn't show the end of it, and it doesn't show, when you go to the product detail, it doesn't say what the diameter of that end is. So you might have to grind it down a little bit. But yeah, that's when I put that 66-inch whip in there, it's a tremendous difference. And tuning wise, and that's another thing. A lot of guys will tell you that you should go with that stock whip, because Yaesu has the coils set up in that ATOS for specific bands. And when you go lengthening out that whip, then the ATOS doesn't hit where a Yaesu wants that band to be. But I found that it runs a lot better. It tunes all the bands and tunes 40. You should see it tune 40. When it tunes 40 meter up, it's amazing.
Can it tune 80 meters up?
No, I've tried.
So I lose 6, and what does 10 get a little bit better? Does everything? So everything gets a little bit better, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, everything got better for me. Yeah, you lose 6, but I mean, Six is one of those bands that's on when it is and it isn't. So I don't really play with Six in the mobile anyways, but the 10, 12, 15, 17, 20, and 40, amazing. And I actually talked to a guy that has the 66-inch whip, and he did a POTA in the park, or the POTA park. And he actually clipped a wire to the top of the antenna and extended it out and was able to tune 80 meters. So he was doing 80 meter FT8 on the ATOS.
All right. Well, it will be in the list there, maybe for something in the future. I'm definitely looking. Okay, here's another question. Well, does it add a little bit of noise? Obviously, with the more antenna out there.
I haven't seen a difference in the noise level.
All right, so WI0O. I think I got that one right. It's a 0 first. You need to drill hole out and add an aftermarket antenna. I recommend Googling super antenna whip, bulletproof. Did you have to drill anything?
No, I never drilled anything out.
I'm afraid of drilling stuff out. I mean, grinding the end of an antenna is one thing, but I don't definitely want to drill anything on that $300 antenna or whatever. Was it $300 for that thing? $400.
Yeah, $350.
Yeah. So what did you mean by that, Sean? I'd love to know. I'm trying to take.
Well, and instead of grinding that whip out, he's saying drill the ATOS out. Which, I mean, you could if you wanted to try it.
I would rather grind the whip, and then I could put the old whip back in there. I could get a little.
Exactly.
I can get a little drill bit for that probably, so that will grind it out. Because it's only what does it sit in there, like a quarter inch or something like that? It's not that much, right?
No, it's a little deeper. It's like an inch and a quarter, somewhere around there.
Oh, that much. Did not realize.
Yeah.
I guess I can get a file or something and probably file it down too. I didn't even think about that.
I just had a big grinding wheel on my grinder.
I have no grinder. But yeah, that's something, if that would help me get out. I get out pretty well. I mean, 100 contacts a day in 2.5 hours. Not totally bad. I've done over, I think, 150. I've broken 2 ATOS. In the Midwest. Oh, we'll probably get the snow and stuff on there, and driving through the weather probably is not all that good either. So, I don't know, Joe. Joe, do you have one in here? You in here still? The ham radio stalker. He stalked me in a couple different bands today. I tell you what, man, I like that park stuff. I wish I had more time for that. That's what I've heard.
I couldn't hear you on 10.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, we have trouble with Colorado on 10. I did make it. Oh, wait, no, that was 15. I was on 15 at the end. Yeah, I made contact with somebody in Colorado on 15. I had the ATOS 25, the manual version. Oh, okay, I got you. Photo, great retirement. Mark, you take care. I know it's getting late back there in Texas. What is it? 2 hours ahead? 10:45. I think if my math is correct. But I'm getting a little tired myself. I've been on live streaming now over 5 hours today, and I've only been up for, I don't know, 10 hours. So half my time I've been up today, I've been in front of a camera, and I really need to pick my nose again. I got some sun, it looked like, today too. I wasn't really out in the sun, but what do you got there, John? What did you put in the chat? What am I gonna buy? Wilson 1000 replacement whip. Hey, that's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That should.
This one's
work.
62 inches though. The other one's 66 inches. You don't like that?
They'd still both work just as good.
I want more bigger the better. The other thing, I'll have to figure out how to keep that in my car. I guess I'll figure that part out. Man, I want to go back to Arizona or Nevada again. when I was up at that park, the Nevada side of Lake Mead, oh my God. In an hour I made 71 contacts. If I would have stayed there even longer, I wish I didn't have to go. But yeah, a lot of fun today. Dustin, thank you for jumping in there. You still there?
Absolutely.
I got your
Yeah, I'm still
there
here.
you go. You got your card there. There's a lot of lightning there in northern Colorado.
Love it.
Yeah, I like bad weather. I know that sounds weird. I like bad weather. Trust me,
do
Google
too.
Super Whip antenna. It's a Titan you can fold into your circle of storage. Titan Super Whip antenna. Super Whip antenna. Is it this thing? Oh, I've seen this. How does it go up and down? How much does this thing cost? Oh boy, that's more money. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. But thank you for the info. I'll have to look that up. No, it's just a accessory whip.
Oh, Sam's here.
Sam. He had some internet outage at his house.
I saw him
Yeah.
pop in.
You only want the whip. Where's the whip at though? Extension rod. This thing. I'll have to look at this. I got to get going. My daughter's going to go to sleep, so I don't want to. I want to go hang out with her for a few before she goes. But I appreciate.
Just as soon as I get on.
Well, whose fault is that?
I'm talking through Discord, not my mixer. Well, not solid bus.
I know you're even breaking up in here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you just took a pretty gnarly hit right there. I think the folks
Okay.
overheard you. It's all right. We'll figure something out.
All right, folks, y'all have a great night. Click the pinned message at the top of the chat. Join us on Discord. I will see my broken internet ass later.
He's going to smash his computer and then try to throw it at me. We'll try to get some tests going before we get going live tomorrow. See if see what's going on there.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Dustin, thanks for your help in there. Seth.
And no problem.
I don't know what I want to say to you, Seth.
He's not there.
He's not there?
He
dipped.
left the building.
Oh, I was going to give him a hard time. I guess I'm not now.
Do it anyway. That way it's recorded.
F you. I don't want to say I can't say what I want to say because he's not here. I want his reaction. It's not fun it's like making fun of somebody that's not there. It's not cool, right? Because you can't see the reaction.
Right.
It's not as fun. But take care, guys. Thanks for 5 hours of live streaming. For a lot of you folks I saw were in there most of the time. A lot of fun today. A lot of new contacts out there on the different HF bands are from the park. 1139 US 1139 Chino Hill State Park. Take care, everybody. Hopefully you'll watch me spend some more of my own money here. Take care and have a good night. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Greg K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Gray K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel.